All right, so today we're going to cover a concept stock, which is not really an investment as of yet, but it's a potential company that might eventually either be profitable or not be profitable. So it's a maybe today.
Yeah. So the company's called AST SpaceMobile, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen presentation of the second quarter of this year. They're a new company, so all right. So their trading ticker ASTS. To pretty much describe this company, it's a cellular broadband company. They're competing with ASX. When you're a Starlink subscriber, you have to get a connectivity device, a little like almost like a mini satellite, and you have to pay a subscription to it. And the connectivity device is fairly expensive. And this company's trying to not have the connectivity device. They're just trying to connect it right directly to your cell phone to just get service anywhere. So that's why they have it kind of like this. Their satellites are, their conceptual art. All right, so the key highlights are they're the first five commercial satellites dedicated for orbital launch in the first half of September. They are working with AT&T and Verizon, but they're working with the U.S. government, which is great. They're getting early stage contract awards, which they desperately need. So that's cool too. So this is their plan of what they want to do. So 5,600 cells, targets, the whole U.S., 70% U.S. mobile users. That's what they're trying to do. So you could get connection anywhere in the U.S. And then, Abe, I'm not going to cover this because this is your stuff here.
Okay.
But yeah. And then I just wanted to quickly share my other screen, which was this part, because this analyst spoke with Scott, who's the president of AST SpaceMobile, and he was talking about, pretty much to sum it up, is they have a free cash flow problem because they're new, of course. So they were saying, like, how do you make money? He was saying that eventually they'll get to the point that they could have a subscription fee, about 10 to 15 bucks a month, and you'll get, service directly to your phone, and, not to worry too much in the near term either, because they're partnered with AT&T, Verizon, Vodafone, Rakuten, Telefonica. So he thinks that it'll be, more than okay, that eventually they'll make their money, but, it'll be maybe a little bit of time, a lot of investment. Yep. I'll hand it over to Abe.
So, and he says we're up to about 50 mobile network operators, so that's really good. So,
Yep.
like I said, so this company has to expand. It's got no choice. We have this blue thing right here. We put it in the Discord, and it's basically, can you see this? Where my screen here?
Yep.
And basically, if you look at the top 2 or 3, it's bigger than all of Starlink. And the reason why is Starlink needs device. Most people don't want to buy a device. And that's the whole thing. They're trying to go device less, that you can just connect direct to their Wi-Fi signal. It's going to be zero gravity, like direct from space. And it's going to get the bulk of the world, basically. And they're projecting their size is going to be, according to their plan, right? And it might not pan out or might pan out 15 times larger than Starlink. Because it's regrettably, they have to do it because financially it's the only way they're going to be able to do that service, because Starlink does have the solvency cash necessary to build the structure. This one needs to raise an additional, here it is, $1.68 billion just for the first 56 satellites. So they're going to have to issue 90 million new shares, resulting in 35% dilution of current shareholders. That is just to get the starter pack going. And so basically it's all in to compete on huge scale and become cash flow positive over a long period of time, or they're not able to compete and eventually they run out of money. So it's really a cash flow game. The liquidity is not great. It's sitting at 287.6 million, 51.5 additional. That it might come as under a senior secured credit facility. They're still going to have to dilute shareholders for fulfilling the first few contracts. But if they actually do pull it off, this will be one of the largest telecommunications companies, mainly due to tech. So it's a bet on the technology and depending on how well you know it. Right, so I wouldn't take this as a serious investment, even if I knew it very well, because the financials as of now cannot be projected. it's impossible to know.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah.
But it's a very interesting company, and hopefully I can go to, travel to any country and connect to their internet wherever it is in the world and stay connected on a plane or anywhere in the world, watch a movie, talk to family. So I think it's a wonderful concept, but let's see if they can pull it off, basically.
Yeah. I agree.
Anything additional to this one?
No.
All right,
This all
thank you.
sounds good. All right, thanks.